This silence is a divine strategy. Don't break it. I'm saying this directly to you, not as a random message, but as a divine confirmation you were meant to hear in this exact moment. Because deep down, you've been questioning the stillness. You've been wondering why things have suddenly gone quiet. Why that voice, that person, that energy you once felt so connected to has disappeared. But listen closely. What feels like abandonment is actually alignment. What feels like being ignored is spiritual intervention. You've been placed in silence not as punishment, but as protection. Heaven is moving behind the scenes in your favor right now, and one of the greatest weapons being used to safeguard your soul is silence. Archangel Michael has drawn a circle of stillness around you. Not to confuse you, not to isolate you, but to create enough sacred space for your elevation. Because the noise that once surrounded you was filled with distractions. It was filled with false promises, hidden motives, and connections that only looked good on the surface. You prayed for peace. You asked for clarity. And now it has arrived, in the form of divine silence. You see, silence is not the absence of communication. It is a language of heaven. It speaks in whispers only the soul can hear. And right now, your soul is being trained to hear clearly, to feel deeply, to discern what is truly yours and what was only sent to delay your destiny. The silence around you isn't an empty void, it's a protective veil. It's the divine separating you from what no longer serves your spirit. Don't break it. Even when your heart aches for connection. Even when the urge to reach out feels overwhelming. Even when your mind tries to justify sending one more message, checking one more profile, or reopening that emotional door, resist. Because what you're tempted to chase in the natural realm, heaven has already blocked in the spiritual. And reopening that conversation, reigniting that relationship, or revisiting that energy would only invite back the confusion you prayed your way out of. The silence is a wall of light, and it's keeping out what heaven knows would harm you. There's someone, or something, that heaven deliberately removed from your frequency. And it wasn't an accident. They didn't just disappear. They were pulled away, spiritually muted, and divinely distanced from your path. Because they couldn't carry your destiny with the honor it required. They couldn't speak into your life without slipping poison between their words. And the energy they were bringing, no matter how familiar it felt, had started to corrode your peace. You were being drained. Softly, slowly, subtly. And the silence you're in now? It's the healing balm. Archangel Michael wants you to remember this. Some answers only come in the quiet. Some breakthroughs are too sacred to be birthed in chaos. And what you're being prepared for, the new season that is forming in the shadows, requires your undivided soul focus. The divine is decluttering your energy field, removing every voice that spoke confusion, muting every sound that interfered with your inner compass. This is not the time to interrupt the silence with desperation. It's not time to explain yourself to someone who chose not to understand. It's not time to revisit wounds in the name of closure. The silence is the closure. The silence is the divine statement. And the longer you sit in it, the clearer everything will become. Every motive, every hidden truth, every false tie, all of it will come to light, not through argument, but through divine revelation. So don't break it. Not even for comfort. Not even for curiosity. Not even to prove that you've healed. You owe no one that access anymore. Your spirit has been lifted into a frequency where not everyone can follow. The reason their calls don't come through, the reason their energy feels blocked, the reason even your thoughts of them feel heavier than usual, is because they've been spiritually evicted from your path. The silence is doing its work. It's softening your wounds. It's revealing your power. It's making space for the voices that are actually meant to lift you, guide you, and honor the divine within you. When that time comes, the voices will return, not from the past, but from your aligned future. From people who won't force you to question your worth, your truth, or your path. And when they arrive, the silence will have made you strong enough to recognize the difference. If you're still with me now, It means your spirit recognizes this truth. You know this silence isn't random. You feel the strategy in your bones. You've seen the signs, the quiet moments, the sudden calm, the shift in what used to trigger you, the release of what once made you spiral. It's all part of the divine orchestration. I want you to comment below, Amen 144, if you're choosing not to break this silence. Let this be your affirmation. Let it be your sacred agreement. And let others who are walking this same path see your voice and feel your confirmation. And if this message reached the deepest part of your spirit today, I invite you to support this channel, Miracle Code. Like this video, share it with someone who needs this divine reminder, and subscribe so you never miss another heavenly message sent just for you. This silence is not punishment. It is preparation. It is positioning. It is your portal to peace. And the moment you try to break it, you risk shattering the very clarity your soul has been building. So guard the silence. Honor the strategy. Trust the stillness. And know this, heaven is not done speaking. It's just chosen a quieter way to deliver the next revelation. Stay silent, stay strong, and stay tuned to Miracle Code, where every whisper from the divine becomes a word of power for your life.